Hello and welcome to Character Deep Dive. In this video, we'll be taking a look at our antagonist from WandaVision Episode 2, Dottie. Now, if there's one thing I've learned from reading scripts or watching who knows how many hours of TV, it's that dialogue always has a reason. This could be anything from foreshadowing future events to even just play on words. And let me tell you what, in this episode, we had so much revolving around Dottie. Before our antagonist even shows up on screen, we're getting some information about her. This comes from Agnes as she's picking Wanda up. She makes comments saying that Dottie is queen of the cul-de-sac, or how her roses bloom under the penalty of death. And this alone tells me that we're dealing with somebody that has a bossy demeanor. I don't know, but the first thing I envision is the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, who is extremely irrational, hot-tempered, and just wants to take everyone's head off for the smallest things. I may have went a little too far down the rabbit hole in the next two, but you gotta hear me out.
I'm listening.
Agnes says how Dottie is the key to everything, and then there's a pause. But why that phrase? Why not everything goes through Dottie? Why use the word key? But the key to what? Don't know, but I just feel like there's something else there that may be revealed later on. The next thing that's said is how her roses are divine. Again, the word divine being used.
Are you a god?
I'm a god. I'm not the god.
We then see Dottie belittling Beverly and even making a comment that the devil's in the details. Agnes has a sly reply back to that by saying that's not the only place he is. Now, is this possible foreshadowing that Mephisto is somewhere in Westview, we just haven't seen him yet? Or maybe we have, we just don't know who he is. After some time, we get Wanda approach Dottie, trying to apologize for how they have started off. Dottie replies back saying how she has heard things about her and her husband. And my question to that is, what has she heard? Is there something from the outside that had told Dottie about what's going on or who they really are? Just leaves me with more questions than I have answers. But moving on, we hear the Help Me Rhonda song by the Beach Boys coming over the radio. You could actually just substitute and say Help Me Wanda instead of Help Me Rhonda. But eventually you start hearing Jimmy Woo break through the static and he's saying, Wanda, who is doing this to you? Up until this point, I was 100% convinced that Dottie was somebody sinister. That was until Dottie looks at Wanda and has a blank stare and kind of just asks, who are you? A glass breaks in Dottie's hand and she begins to bleed. She shakes her head a little bit and then goes back to her snobby self. Something similar happened in episode 1. After Vision phased the food out of Mr. Hart's throat when he was choking, it was as if nothing happened and they just continued on with their script. There is obviously something larger going on throughout this series. Is Dottie the key to it all? I don't know. I honestly don't think we have enough information to determine that yet. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments down below. Do you think she's going to play a bigger part, or is she just another pawn? Either way, click that subscribe button to stay up to date on all my future videos. And again, thanks for watching.